Hello, Fitness Natasha. Thanks for joining me for this loop band workout. It's a Tabata with a loop band. Maybe you have a couple different resistance settings. Go ahead and slip one right over your knees at your thighs. You can take a couple deep breaths and come onto one side of your mat. We're moving laterally. We're getting right into the workout. 2 squats across the mat. Go. Squat, and then knee to elbow. You're twisting, and you can add compulsion, jumping, kind of a little shuffle squat side to side, or you can take that out and just keep it really low impact. Remember to open up the knees, using your abductors to force the band very taut. Great work. 10 seconds in between, so it's not a lot of time. You're going to pull the loop band over the feet for this next one, probably one that stretches more as well. Burpee, jump back, jump in, deadlift, grab the band and lift. You might not be able to stand all the way up, just go to where the band takes you. Use the glutes and hamstrings and a nice flat back. It's 30 seconds of work. 10 seconds transition time. I know that's not a lot of time to quickly readjust your band. So if you lose a few seconds, that's okay. Just keep at it. And the next round, maybe you'll get to work a little bit harder and more efficient. Last second and 10 seconds off. Keep the band where it is. Move to the back of your mat. We have 4 jumping jacks, plank walk, 4 plank jacks. Go. Out and in. Keep tension on the band so you're not bringing your feet all the way together. Walk it in and then reset. 4 jacks on top, arms over the head. Plank walk, spread those fingers, and then jump out and narrow, wide and narrow. Again, keeping tension on the band. Don't let it slack. You don't want to lose it. Last couple seconds. Awesome. Sit down, turn around. We're going to take the band in our hands. Your thumbs are going to go through the loop, and we're going to row back one arm at a time. Add a twist. Row. Elbow tap if you can. And think of rounding the spine a little bit as you drop back so you can control that landing. Scoop in through the core. Your elbow doesn't have to tap, but it could be your goal to twist and tap. You're rowing back, using the lats, the chest, the shoulder. Great work. Stay where you are. Put the band around your feet for bridge leg lifts. Hip width apart. We have 1 dip, knee tucks. Dip the hips, thrust, and lift and lower. Alternating those tucks. You probably want to flex the feet to keep the band on. It's a dip and a knee tuck. Try to stabilize your body and cinch in your waist. Exhale. It's a little isometric hold, knee tuck. Dip and squeeze, lift and lower. Great job. Quickly flip over. Keep the band around your feet. Flip into plank. Spread your fingers, push up position, knee tucks. Go. Tuck right. Take your time to pull the knee into the chest with power. Then lower to a push up as you jump the feet out for 2. Tuck again. 4 tucks. Jack push up. Lower and widen. Abduct those legs and pull them in. 4 tucks. Jack push-ups. 10 seconds to get on your feet. The strap will go under 1 foot and you'll be in a lunge position. Bicep curl, leg lift, warrior 3. Go. Curl and squeeze. So the elbows bend, the knees bend, and then you squeeze that other leg out into a glute extension. You might not be able to come all the way up, and you can lower those hands down, meaning that front knee can stay bent. Bend and spring off. Remember that bicep curl. You can pull your thumbs towards your chest, elbows by ribs. Last second here. Same thing, other side. Switch that foot. The band goes at the arch of the foot. The other knee goes back to 90-degree lunge. Here you go. Bicep curl, charge forward, glute squeeze. Elbows in. You can have prayer hands here, thumbs to chest, bicep curl, and then squeeze the butt, hamstring, charge off. You can keep the bottom knee bent if you need to. And you don't have to work at my pace. So find a nice pace where you're just working on that form, following the breath. Awesome job. That was the Tabata round 1. We will be repeating those same drills. So now you know them a little bit more. You might be able to get into them a little faster. You might work the drill a little faster. It's all up to you. This minute of rest, you can stretch. You can get up and do some cardio. It's totally your call. You might drink some water, towel off if you started to sweat. Use the time wisely. And of course, if you need more time, you can hit pause. Otherwise, we'll be going into the same sequence. So you'll start with the band over the knees, around the thighs for that side or lateral squat into knee to elbow twist. All right, definitely have that band over those knees and come onto one side of your mat. There's the countdown. Couple last second movements. And go. Squat, squat, twist, elbow to knee. Remember, you can use that compulsion. You can jump a little bit, shuffling across the mat, but back in the chair, knees are pressing out, using your outer thigh to really work that band. And it will really make a difference on what level of resistance your band is, whether it's super hard or super easy. Hopefully you can find the right one for you. 10 seconds rest. That burpee deadlift. Maybe your stretchier band is better here. Quickly put it around the feet. Get ready to jump back into plank. Go. Jump back, jump in, deadlift. Be careful you don't just grab and try to stand. Go slow. Core is braced. Flat back to rise. Squeeze the glutes and hamstrings. Nice work. Come to the back of your mat. 4 jumping jacks, plank walk forward, 4 plank jacks. Remember to keep the band taut. Go. Find a nice pace. Remember, you could go faster than me or slower than me. You want to make this challenging. You want to push yourself on these rounds. Ten seconds break. Flip yourself over. Put the band in your hands. Thumb stick out. Come to seated. Here we go. Those sit up, row back. Row, elbow taps. Row back. It could just be a lean back, 45 degrees. Pretty challenging to get that elbow down. See if you can do it. If not, you're just going to row and pull the band each time, leaning back. You'll feel the obliques. Great work. Put the band around your feet. Come onto your back. Bridge work. Lift your hips. We have the dip and lift. Go dip and thrust. Dip, knee, tucks. So squeeze and then tuck. Try to flex the foot and pull the knee towards the chest. Remember, you're in an isometric hold when you lift the knee. So it's a dip, freeze, and then tuck. Great work. Keep the band on the feet. If you can flip while you're doing it or quickly take it out, put it back in. You're coming into plank. 4 knee tucks. Go. Tuck, tuck. Really pull the knee towards the chest with effort. 2 jack push-ups. Jump out, lower into a push-up. 4 knee tucks. How high can you get that knee towards the chest? How low can you go on that push-up? Of course, if push-ups are hard for you, you can come down onto the knees and just do 2 kneeling, knees, chest, chin. Break. Last exercise, put the strap over one foot and come into a lunge. Bicep curl lunge. Go. Push off warrior 3 or glute extension. Squeeze the butt, lift the leg. Bicep curl, 2 leg lift. Kneel, squeeze. You can lower the knee all the way down on the lunge, or it can hover to make it a little more challenging. Great work. We're just doing the same thing on the other foot. Switch feet. Put your fingers through the band, thumbs out. Go. Bicep, charge, glute squeeze. Bend and straighten. The bottom knee doesn't have to straighten all the way. It'll also depend on how strong your band is. Find a way that it's comfortable. The thumbs can go to the chest in prayer, or you can pull your palms towards your chest. You did it. You're on your 1-minute break. It could be restful, it can be stretching, it could be high intensity cardio. When we get back into the drills, it's 8 new drills. We're going to start the same way with the band over the knees, same placement on the thighs. Coming into a side laying position on your elbow or your forearm. Go ahead and start setting up your band over the knees. Self up on your left elbow, under your shoulder. We have an abduct, a diamond knee open, and then both legs lift. Go. Abduction, leg squeezes into a star. Then just the knee, lower and swing the legs into a straddle. Hip lift, knee lift, straddle legs up. Single leg up. Diamond, lower the hips, swing the legs up and straddle. And you might work very slow this first round. Just see what you got. It's 1 hip lift star, 1 diamond, both legs up, turn straddle. All right, same thing other side. Just switch your body direction. Bring your right elbow under your shoulder. Abduct, go. Leg swings out, keep the hips up, diamond, hips down, leg straddle. Abduct star, diamond, lower down, split the legs at the 45-degree. Leg up, knee up, both legs straddle. All effort, keep fighting. Beautiful. To a seated position, put the band around your feet, the arches of the feet. We're swinging up to a reverse table. Go reverse table, knee tuck, tuck, sit. Reverse table, knee tucks, alternating knees. You can bend the elbows to get a little tricep dip action, and then stabilize just like you did in bridge and lift the knee as high as you can. Bend and sit, straighten and tuck. Bend and sit, straighten and tuck. Flex the feet so you don't lose the band. Perfect. You're going to slide the band up over the knees and flip into tabletop. 2 abduction kicks, fire hydrant. Go. Side kick for 2. Press into downward facing dog. Other side kick for 2. 2 lateral kicks. Press back down dog. 2 lateral kicks. Stretch that leg out to the side. Press back into downward facing dog. You could make this a little more challenging by not bringing the knees all the way down, coming to a hover, or just lower down 2 side kicks. Press back down dog. Great. Quickly turn around and lay on your back. Pull the band into the arch of the feet again. Crisscross abs. Bicycle. Go. Twist. Elbow to knee. Try to press that long leg straight and tuck the other leg at the halfway point. Instead of elbow to knee, we can try and bring hand to foot. Here you go. Try to reach out to your foot. The other hand can gently hold the head. We're trying to pull the shoulder blades off of the mat. Exhale each one. Perfect. Come on up. Seated position. Keep the band at your feet. We're going to bend and straighten. Little tuck, jackknife, straddle legs. It looks like this. Tuck, bend, straddle, close. Tuck, lower to the forearms if you can, or they can hover. So 1 tuck, jackknife, 1 straddle. Open the legs. Tuck and straddle. You'll feel the triceps as you push down. Hip flexors and the core. Hug the knees towards the chest. You could also pike this up. Pike up, down, straddle, and in. Nicely done. Quickly flip onto your knees. Take the band into your hands. 2 kneeling hinge back, 1 fold row. Go. Hinge back and pull the weight apart, the band apart. Good. Hinge and pull. Then fold, row elbows in and out. Come back to kneeling. Hinge and pull. Effort here. Lean back. Hinge and fold. Row elbows in, push over the head, and lift. Hinge and pull for 2. Lean back. Forward fold, row arms in and out. 10 seconds to stand up. Put the band around your ankles. This is our last drill. It's a simple one. You're just going to ski those feet forward and back. Go. 30 seconds of skiing. Remember, pull those legs apart, using that resistance of the band to use the legs. Slight variation coming. 1 squat, 4 skis. Go. Squat, ski. 4, 3, 2, 1. Squat. Keep it going. Squat, ski. Arms up. Big push. And break. Hopefully you have that heart rate flying right now. We ended with a little cardio finisher. We will repeat those drills, so don't worry if you were a little bit lost in the transition. I know 10 seconds isn't a lot of time to get into the position and move the band. Traditionally, Tabata is 20 seconds and 10 seconds rest. So if you lose a few seconds, don't worry, just get in it and keep pushing. This time you know the drills. We start in that same position with the strap over the knees. Come into your side body laying position. Left forearm down. Here we go with that abduct star diamond. Go. Lift the hips and abduct. Then just the knee. Now both legs up and split. Straddle. Hip thrust. And leg lift straddle. So you have that star hip thrust, diamond, and straddle. Both legs up. Great work. Quickly switch to the other side. Same drill. Stack your hips, right elbow under shoulder. Go. Abduct star, lifted diamond, hips down, leg straddle. Get that sequence and then push. Can be pretty challenging if you have a really tight band. Great work. Your 10 seconds to quickly bring your band around your feet. I'm going to use a stretchier band. Reverse table, knee tuck. Bend the elbows, point the fingers at an angle if you'd like. Go. You're going to bend, straighten, thrust the hips, and then stabilize as you tuck the knee and you're alternating knees. You got this. Bend and sit. Straighten and squeeze. Keep the hips up. Lift a knee. Flex those toes. Pull the band over your knees, flip yourself into tabletop position. Fire hydrant, side kicks, down dog, press back. Go. Side kick for 2. Tuck your toes, press your chest back and down. Side kick, other side, extend. So you're really engaging that outer thigh and the obliques to press the leg out. Quite challenging with a tight band. Flip yourself over. Put the band around your feet for crisscross bicycle abs. Lay down on your back, hands behind your head. Go. Crisscross. Tuck the other leg, reaches as long as you can get it. Exhale each one. At the halfway point, you can change the elbow tap to a toe tap. Reach longer, hand to toe. Great work. Come on to seated position for the jackknife straddle. So band still around the feet, bend and straighten the elbows, tuck and extend. Go. Tuck, bend down, straddle and in. Find a nice pace. Tuck and open. The elbows don't have to land, but you could take it down to the forearms. And then remember, your option is to try to pike up. It's pretty hard. You can try to pike up and straddle, jackknife, pike, and straddle. Pull that band apart. Outer thighs. Triceps as you straighten the arms and press into the hands. Yes. Kneeling hip hinge. Quickly come into the knees. Your thumbs through the loop of the band. Here you go. Hinge back and pull. 2, pulling apart, leaning back. Forward fold, arms stretch out, then row back in your fold, extend and lift. Hinging and pulling apart the band for 2. Forward fold, row the elbows in and over the head, lift the hips. Keep it going. Draw the belly in, reach back, reach over the head, elbows in, out, thrust to kneel. On your feet, put the band around your ankles. You get to ski. Cardio finisher. Here you go. Start to jump, ski. 1 foot in front of the other. At the halfway point, we'll add that squat and ski. Arms up and down. Make it big. Full out. All effort. Now add your squat, 4 skis. Sit in your chair, butt back. Pry those legs apart. Nicely done. Awesome job. Go ahead and release that band out. We'll do a quick cool down with some stretching. Meet me in a downward facing dog. Spread your fingers, draw your chest to your toes. Take a breath. Roll forward into upward facing. Swing the hips through, shoulders down. Release onto the belly. Cobra roll. Lift back up. Tuck your toes. Downward facing dog. Exhale. So we'll roll forward through plank, up dog, swing hips. Lower onto the belly. Cobra roll. Back up through up dog to downward facing dog. Swing the right foot into lizard lunge, step forward. Charge the heart forward, hips down, hands down, step back. Lizard lunge left, hips forward, heart forward, hand down, step back. Adding on lizard right, horizon, pivot the left hip down, swivel back, lizard lunge, down dog. Left foot lizard, swivel onto the right, hip and outer foot, sweep around, press back, down dog. Right knee is going to tuck into the chest, nice and tight. Step forward. Lift the arms up into high lunge, bending into the front knee. Now shift, bend the back knee, straighten the front knee, cactus the elbows, heart to sky. Kind of a reverse lunge. Back to lunge, drop your knee, low lunge to half split. Right arm's gonna lift, twisting half split. Kick that foot back to a modified side plank, lower onto the forearm. Side plank on forearm, step out. Top foot's gonna drag forward, bend both knees. You're in a side laying. Here on the bottom forearm, you can maybe reach back and connect your fingers and really pry the shoulder open. Then go ahead and walk up into a seated half lord of the fish, gentle twist. Twisting towards the back of your mat or behind you. We're going to repeat that so you'll have a chance to get it again. Spin into downward facing dog. Now the left knee is going to tuck really tight in. Tuck it in. Step it forward. High lunge, inhale. Reach those arms up, bend into the front knee. Then start to shift your bend into the back knee, straighten the front knee, cactus the elbows, heart up, gentle back bend. Reach the arms down, lower the back knee, low lunge to half split. Twisting half split, lift the left arm, stack the shoulders. Slip that left foot back, modified side plank abduction. Try to drop onto the forearm with control. Then step both feet out for a forearm side plank. The top foot forward, step on it. Lower the hips, bend the bottom knee in. Stay down on the forearm, possibly grabbing onto your hands behind your head, really opening up the side body, stretch. And come up to seated, lower that left sit bone and twist to the back of your mat. Take some breaths, inhaling, lengthen the spine, exhale, twist. This is part of a sequence from my newest yoga class I have yet to film. It's coming soon. Spin back into down dog, walk your hands and feet together, hanging forward fold. You can bend the knees and straighten them. Any last minute stretches you'd like to do, and I will leave you here taking some nice deep breaths together. Back bend and a little bow, flushing out the spine. I hope you had fun with that banded workout. I have a playlist with more, and I will see you in the next class. Leave me a comment. Thanks so much.